All right. I'm back with another story time. All right. Same guy. Might as well go ahead and tell you this one too. Like I said, he was kind of like a lame and nerdy kid, like in the neighborhood that tried to fit in. So he wasn't like invited to like a whole lot of events that was going on. So one day, like a popular guy in the neighborhood, he was throwing like a pool party, right? And of course, my homeboy, he wasn't invited. So he was like, man, why can I go to the pool party? Like he was like really doing like how they did in the TV. Like, he'll smack his teeth like, man, why I can't go to the pool party and start kicking up rocks like like he would kick like to the left and like kick a rock up while like pouting and like throwing his hands like to the side like, man, why can't I go to the pool party? So he kind of like had it set in his head like, man, you know what, man, I'm gonna go anyway. So he went on ahead and went down the street. I think it was probably like what, because I had been to the house before. It was like, I say what, 3 blocks away from where he stayed at, like in the neighborhood. So went over there, snuck in, and jumped in the pool and everything. And then after a while, people start like noticing him. They look, and two people in particular, his bullies from school, they noticed him, and they had asked the dude that was throwing the party. They was like, man, I know you ain't invite this loser here, like what is he doing here? So they got the attention of the guy that threw the party. He was like, man, I ain't invite that fool here. And then they was like, oh, don't worry, we'll take care of him. We gonna teach him about trespassing. So both of the bullies, they jumped into the pool with him, and they came up behind him like sharks and like pulled his swimming trunks down, right? And he was like, hey, like the my homeboy, he was like, hey, what y'all doing? And then they snatched his trunks off of him, swam away, and then got out the pool, and they they start waving it like a flag in their hand and said like, look, hey, look what I got, y'all. And then he balled it up and then threw it on top of the roof of the house, and everybody started laughing. And then they jumped back into the pool, and they was like, let's see that small worm that you working with. And they started chasing him around the pool. But good thing for him, he was a pretty good swimmer, right? So they couldn't really catch him. So they was like, oh, okay, don't worry, you got to come out sometime. So, probably about an hour go by, and the parents of the house, they come out and be like, okay, party over with, y'all. And everybody had to get out the pool and go home. So everybody left. People was waiting around, to see if he would come out, but he never did. They was like, ah, man. And then, they was getting rushed up out of there. So they really didn't have time to like see what happened. So everybody except for my homeboy, he got out the pool, right? And, everybody walked out the gate. And then the parents of the house, they started coming to the pool, like to make sure like everybody was out. And then my homeboy was like, oh man, I can't get out the pool like this. So he sunk all the way down on the 12-foot end of the pool. And he would just like sat down on the bottom floor, like holding his breath. Like he had his one hand pinching his nose, like like with his cheeks full of air, like while looking up to the surface. And the parents, they came over to the pool, like looking over it, like to make sure no one was in there. And while they was looking over it, he was down there at the bottom, almost out of breath, like not able to hold his breath any longer, like thinking in his head, like, man, can they just leave? I don't know how long I can hold it much longer. And he looking up at the surface, like seeing there's like a squiggly figure, like a squiggly figure looking over the looking over the pool. And they finally walked away. He was like, okay, I gotta get up for air. And he hurried up and swam back up to the surface and got on the edge of the pool. He had his arms hanging on the edge of the pool, like, sucking in a whole bunch of air. And he got out, like he rolled out on the edge of the pool, looked around, make sure nobody was looking. So he looked on top of the roof, right? And he was climbing up the gutter, like to get on top of the roof, because he didn't want to like use the window pane as like foot leverage, like to get up there, because he could see them in the house. They had the blinds open, so he had to kind of like sneak up there. So he was climbing up the gutter, and I guess he weighed too much, like because his shorts was on top of the roof. He was trying to get them back, and he fell off. I think something had came loose, and he slipped and fell off and smacked the concrete, and that made people like he heard the commotion on the inside of the house, like, hey, what was that? Hey, y'all heard that? So he had to hurry up and get up out of there and skedaddle. So he was like, oh man, I can't be getting up out of here naked. So he grabbed like the top lid of the garbage can and put it like to cover his midsection, and then he started running down the street. Ran all the way home with a garbage can lid covering himself. Dripping, soaking wet, running down the street. Oh man. Oh man, I got plenty of other stories with them, but I'm gonna just leave you with those two, at least for now. So let me know if anybody ever played any pool tricks on you. Like if somebody was trying to like, play with you, like try to drown you in the pool, like pull you under, like while you was swimming to scare you, push you off the ledge of the pool, like so you can fall in there. Or did somebody pull your bathing suit off, like while you was in the while you was in the pool, and what would you do if they did do that? These should be some pretty interesting answers, so I'll be on standby. All right then, we out of here.